On this episode of the Spark Podcast, I mean, I think it should be like a free range chicken.
Sean Johnson East.
The snowboarder?
No, she's not a snowboarder.
Right.
And just to recap, we're talking about Pokemon battles with an 8-year-old.
Welcome everybody to our first official podcast. It's a very exciting time over here, and
Yeah,
it's the first time we're doing a podcast. Right now, we have our hands on our microphone.
we're really fancy around here.
Super fancy, but it's
Yeah.
just because we're working on improving the setup as time goes on.
Right. So we started a podcast,
Right.
which is crazy. What time is it?
It's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's like 11 p.m. at night. At maybe like 8 p.m. we had this idea. We're like, podcast?
No, yeah. It was like 8 p.m. and then we went to the gym that was closed.
We tried.
We tried to go to the gym, and then we got back and I started doing dishes and stuff, and then I guess we just
It just was birthed out of a thought, and then all of a sudden it was like, we have to do this right now. Like,
Yep.
right now. And so we set all of this up. We'll try to like put in a clip of what this room looks like right now.
it's a spaghetti mess of cables spewed everywhere. That light that's over there is literally on 2 Tupperware containers and
Yeah.
an Elgato boom.
But like, aren't the most humble beginnings like the start of something really great?
Windows started in a garage.
Yeah.
And here we are starting in my office.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we reveal what the name of the podcast is going to be?
I guess.
I think it's going to be in the title. Well, I think the title will be like, we started a podcast.
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
I think any good podcast does need a name.
Right.
So,
So are you going to reveal it, or do you want me to reveal it?
well, it's up to you. It's your channel.
I think we should.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Lemonade.
Okay, no.
Oh, sorry.
That's not the name
No,
of it at
no.
all.
I just am really thirsty.
Dude, I
Um,
could crush some water.
Yeah.
Do you think we can get a production assistant to get some water?
Ooh, Bailey.
Bailey, hey, can you go get some water? Bailey's in here as well. She's joining the podcast.
Yeah, she's our first guest.
Yeah, Bailey, our first guest on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Bailey.
She doesn't have much to say.
I don't even know if you guys could hear anything. That she just sniffed the microphone.
It was
All she did.
profound.
Very profound. Holding my mic in a different.
Oh, you kind of got like a side
Yeah.
thing going on.
How do you like? It might be nice.
She.
But the thing. Oh, it's probably better to do it this way, just for the face, the camera. Okay, let's back on topic. This is gonna be the problem with our podcast.
No, this is
We're
good.
both very easily distracted.
Yes.
So the name of the podcast is Spark. It's the Spark podcast because that's gonna be. Maybe should I just reveal what that's gonna be?
Yeah.
So Spark is the overall network of everything that we have here at
Spark.
At Spark. It's Spark Creative.
Yeah. So Connor over the years has like really developed all of these different creative outlets, like his Twitch streaming, Connor IRL, Connor IGL, Connor Plays.
Right.
Like you name it, he's got it, right? Especially now that he has a podcast. And so everything that he has created is just going to fall under this network of Spark. And for him and I, it's been really nice to organize like the creativity. It's like, what's the general direction of everything that we do? And then like each particular venture or like offshoot
Right.
has a specificity, but it also falls under the general specificity.
Yeah. Specific.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
You know what I found out? What off topic? What I found out yesterday.
Mhm.
You know what the fear of like what long words are?
No.
It's like hippopotamoclominus or something like that.
So the fear of long words is
A
a
long,
long
word.
word. Wow.
Yeah. That's like the example, like showing someone like, is your fear clowns? And then it's a picture of a clown. just freak out, lose their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what that is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so back on topic. This is the Spark podcast now, and I think our plan is to do like one a week,
Yeah, something like
right?
that. Like this
Or
is
unless it blows up.
yeah, this is literally like our 11 p.m. New
Version of it.
like 11 p.m. we needed to just like get it out on paper, but like not really on paper, but
Right.
just do it. And if it morphs over time, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so like every like week or two maybe, and then as time goes on, if we want more, cool. If we want less, cool.
I think it'd be fun when we move to not have like kind of like how we have like a corner dedicated to the podcast now.
Yeah.
And like this is to be transparent. This is in my office. My setup is right over there, like where I game
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So this is literally the background on my streams.
Yeah, it's cool that like this has become a really multi-purpose room.
Right.
I mean, this is literally a 10 by 10 room. And when I say that you're getting like the most out of this room, you really are.
Right.
And actually, another cool thing is that like this room has been so many different things for my family.
Right.
So like my grandparents were the first owners of this home. And like I'm pretty sure every kid in the family has like slept in this room before. And then also it's been an office. It was my parents' office. It was my brother's room.
It was
and
your
now
uncle's room. Was it?
Maybe at
No, that
one
was the
point
room over.
it's the one where my office is
This
now.
was your dad's room.
Yes.
Because he drew the picture on the wall.
No, that was in the other room. Oh yeah. Yeah. So we've been everywhere. In my family, we just like switch rooms a lot. It's one of our pastimes.
You guys just like pick a straw. Oh,
I know.
I'm in room 2.
No, I know, and it's like new new month, new room.
New room who dis.
But yeah, so anyways, like this room has been a lot of different things to a lot of different people.
Right.
And I think this is just probably like one of the coolest things this room has ever been. And I love it.
Yeah, it's a very, very like the sound panels and everything too, and just how like the setup of everything. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely an upgrade from when we were because we were in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And now we got, we're blessed with what we're at right now. We went from a 1-bedroom apartment to 4-bedroom house.
Yeah.
4-bedroom, 2-bath house. Which is great because like the intention like always is to like move up. And so, but like our intention right now is, I mean, we're getting shouts out to us. We're getting married in 5 months.
Crazy.
5 months.
Crazy.
I got to send some emails out tonight. And by tonight, I mean, literally it's probably going to be tomorrow morning, but do I see oh no, it's a HDMI. Back to it again. But like the intention is like after we get married, we're moving. Right, that's like the big thing, and then once we move, I'm hoping that when we get our house in Kansas, because like in Kansas, most of the time we have a basement,
Right.
and so our plan is to have that basement be furnished. Maybe depending on what we talk about, hopefully I get a bigger room down there, and that would be set, and then we could have like a bigger setup for the podcast.
Right. Yeah.
And we could either decide to do like chairs like this, and for your audio viewers, we have like pretty nice, like for audio listeners, we have like pretty nice chairs that we're sitting.
Yeah, shout out to Ashley Furniture.
Is that where we got these?
I mean,
well, the same distributor.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But that would be nice. Like what could our setup be eventually? Like talking about upgrades and everything like that. Which the first upgrade that I want to make is to make it so we're not holding on to these mic.
Yeah, it's a workout. It's we couldn't go to the gym because we got there at 9 p.m.
We got there at 8:56, and the gym was like, we're closing at 9. I was like, what?
So today's
on a weekend.
Today's
makes no sense.
Today's arm day.
Yeah, arm day. Yeah, exactly. And so yeah, so the idea is to over time not only upgrade our equipment, but ultimately upgrade the setup,
Yeah.
like and where we're at and everything.
Yeah, definitely. So we've talked about the setup.
Right. We've talked about the name of the podcast.
Right. So what would you say is your like creative direction that you want to take with the podcast?
I think like once a week. I think once a week podcasts are good, unless you're like a podcaster, like that's like what you're known for.
Hmm.
Like who knows what the setup's gonna end up transferring to?
So what about like the creative side? Like what kinds of things are you hoping to discuss?
Oh, I mean, I think it should be like like you know like a free range chicken.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like some days that chicken wants to be over there.
Yeah.
Some days that chicken wants to be eating some feed over here.
All right.
Some days that chicken wants to stare at the water and somehow become self-aware that it's a chicken,
Wow.
you know?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so for us, like I want that podcast. I want the podcast to kind of turn to that direction where it's like,
Which is like really reflective of the name of the podcast and the name of our network.
right.
And our network covers so many different creative avenues.
Yeah.
That like naming this podcast Spark as well
Right.
kind of like is reflective of that, which is kind of
Yeah,
cool.
definitely.
Off the top of my head, I know like it would be really awesome just to give updates on where we are and
Or like even like cool
like
stuff that's happening on the channels,
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
like the
well,
vlog channel, this channel right now,
like this one.
or the the podcast. It's gonna be an audio podcast too. I don't know how to upload podcasts, audio podcasts, but if you're hearing
Yeah.
this, congratulations, I figured it out. You know?
Yeah.
Figured out
But
how to do it.
like I can imagine us coming on here and talking about like updates in our life. Like if you guys have any topics or like whatever. My brother just went to the bathroom.
Why'd you have to tell the whole world that?
Well, I got
You listen to
distracted.
podcasts too. Maybe he'll become a
Oh my
fan of our
gosh.
podcast.
And we can
Hey,
have
Charlie.
guests.
Oh yeah. And so yeah, so that's that going back to the name of the channel, we are all over the place. It's the idea is like our for the studio is to spark creativity and conversation and positivity throughout the network.
And have it be authentic.
Right.
That's the part that I think this podcast really like hits on the head. And it in vlogs and when we're doing our adventures and like stuff like that, we can't really sit down and give a like fully thought out explanation for everything or like in-depth description, you know,
Right.
but this is more of a long form, authentic, conversational, creative masterpiece.
Wow. Well put, Shauna Brown.
Thank you.
That was absolutely put that on a t-shirt and call it a day.
It would be like size 2 font.
Comic Sans. Because they would have to fit on the whole thing. That's funny. So we covered the name of the podcast. We covered the intention of the podcast.
Covered the setup
We covered the setup.
or lack of.
Right. And so I don't even know how long we're into the podcast. It is.
Yeah.
What is the next topic you would like to talk about? Because I know you've been watching the East
Yeah.
Family.
Well, just very, very briefly. Yeah,
Right.
but Sean Johnson
The
East.
snowboarder.
No, she's
No.
not a snowboarder. She's an
She's an Olympic gymnast.
yeah.
There it is. I knew she was one of those. All right, guys.
Yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
Like I know what I'm
Can
talking
we
about.
just
All right?
yeah, can we like edit in like a picture of like Sean Johnson snowboarding in like an Olympic sign?
Yeah. Oh, I have a question actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just one question. What days do we plan on releasing the podcasts?
Well, I think that we should kind of fold them into our regular uploading schedule.
Which right now is regular.
So, but I
For
think
now.
I think the intention though is for it to be Saturdays and Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Right?
So yeah, so Saturdays and Wednesdays are the days that we want to upload on the
Right.
vlog channel.
Right. And we film about 3 per week, which
Right now
means
we are,
that every 2 or like, you know, every 2 weeks or so, we should be coming out with one.
Every 2 weeks you come out with a podcast?
Yeah, it's like every third episode.
Oh, because I was thinking like a weekly podcast. Like we have a like a podcast every week that we talk.
We could.
Yeah.
We definitely could. It's just like then we are filling up our slots with podcast.
Okay. Yeah, we could talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than like challenges.
Right. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So we'll just keep follow us on our Discord. We have a Discord down in the description below. If you're on audio and you're listening to this, go check out our
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you've been watching the East Family, back to the topic.
Yes.
Which is Sean Johnson, the
Olympic
snowboarder.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
she's listened to this. Never.
It's Sean White's little sister.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Those Seans, man. All those talented. How many Seans do you think are Olympians? There's probably a lot of Seans that are Olympians.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, I know too.
What's the stats?
Sean Johnson.
Sean White. A lot.
That's more. I know one Michael Phelps. That's all I know. Okay, so I totally forgot where we were at right now.
I've been watching the East Family's podcast, Couple Things.
Right.
By watching, I mean like a couple of episodes.
Right.
But what I enjoy is that their audience requests different topics. So,
okay.
Like, for example, someone was like, I'd really love to know your guys' approach to healthy arguing.
Okay.
And then so they were able to kind of go in depth as to like what their approach is. And
right.
I just think that it's really relatable to be able to like look at two people and they're having a conversation and it's real, you
right.
know.
Yeah,
it's not like a production, it's not scripted, but it's like two people's real approach to healthy arguing or communication,
right.
like that kind of stuff.
And I think that's a good way of putting it, is like allowing the community to kind of lead the topic, but for us, it's us to kind of talk about what that means.
Yeah, and like authentically respond.
Right, exactly. Like if someone's like, I would love it if you guys talked about fan interactions in public. Right?
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it can get really awkward because it's like you're like, oh, hey, I'm Shauna, I'm your biggest fan, like like I would love it if we could touch knuckles. Right? And then either go like this, and then it's like, and then we just fumble fingers.
I have never heard of this interaction. What happened to you?
Well, it's like that, or it's like when you go for like a handshake.
Yeah.
And you go for, well, I guess I think, but they go for a handshake.
Yeah.
Similar situation, but it's like one person's intention is different than the other person's intention.
Right.
So it becomes really awkward, and at some point you just start doing Naruto hands.
Oh, okay.
Fireball jutsu.
So, I think like what I've noticed too is like when fans come up to you, like you initiate. That way
I always do a fist bump.
Yeah.
If you ever see me in public, by the way,
expect a fist bump.
Fist bump is the only way that I will do it. One, it's the universal sign for thanks for being an awesome person. And we just fist bump, by the way. And it's really hard to get it confused with what we're doing.
Right.
So if you do anything other than fist bump me in public, I'm going to cry.
Fan makes YouTuber cry.
Yeah, exactly. Quits YouTube, starts podcast. The one other thing that we back to the topic was right. It was like letting the fans kind of lead the topics in the comments, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we would like, I guess this is what you're trying to go through or get to, is like in the comments or in our Discord or whatever, in the suggestion box for the podcast. We would love it if you guys dropped your guys' suggestions or things you want to hear are like genuine conversations about.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And it could literally be like It could be lifestyle. It could be advice. It could be inspiration. It could be Pokemon cards. Like
Speaking of Pokemon cards, I have 1 pack of Pokemon cards. I have 1. I watched Paul's.
I
Did you watch? Oh no, Paul's video. Well, it'll come out tomorrow. But the guy has a closet full of Pokemons, unopened, ready to go. Paul
Paul.
GG.
Really?
Yeah, ready to go.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. That's crazy. We were at Target and there were a lot of packs of Pokemon cards for some reason. It was
Yeah.
very strange. And I was like, "Oh, like this is so cool. We should get, I think the max you could get was 5." And
We only got 1.
right, you were like, "Oh, let's just like do 1." And we haven't been able because that happened and then Logan Paul
The
dropped.
Logan Paul scandal.
Yes,
dropped again.
his
And then
3.5 million scandal.
Right.
And now
you can't
you
get
can't find
cards.
him anymore.
Yeah,
and so now we have 1 pack.
Well, it makes me want to like the packs that are available are the Magic the Gathering packs.
Yeah.
And like I know Clintus, shouts out to my boy Clintus. That guy loves playing Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
Super cool to watch. But
I like, and the only reason I really wanted to get the Pokemon pack was genuinely to play. And that, shout out to Porter. Porter is the absolute best. He's my cousin. He's 2008.
9.
No.
He'd almost be 9. No?
No.
2013? You
Yeah, but his birthday's in October.
don't have to tell everybody his birthday.
Oh, so my bad. My bad.
All right, first topic at hand, guys. Arguments. All right.
So anyways,
Pokemon cards.
yeah, so Porter likes to play Pokemon cards and he has special decks for his
my
opponents.
He's got his deck and the
And
other deck.
the infamous yellow deck.
The yellow deck.
Yeah, and it is crap.
It's like
That
one
deck
Pikachu,
is crap.
one Pikachu, one other grass Pokemon. I can't even remember what it is, like a Furo or something. And then it's like 4 yellow energies and like 2 trainer cards.
Yeah, and then he comes in with like holographic
Oh,
whatever.
No, he has it lined up.
Yeah,
every single time.
his deck is stacked.
Yeah.
And
So
we're not bitter or anything though.
but your
no.
plan is for us to buy Pokemon cards,
Right.
And the Vivid Voltage stuff.
Yes.
To build our own deck.
Yes.
And so when we go see them,
Yeah. I'm gonna
hammer down on the
8-year-old. Yep. Speaking of that 8-year-old, he was so sweet. He told Sam, his mom, today that he would be willing to make our wedding cake.
Oh, how kind
so,
of him! I think
yeah.
it'd be really cute if he did.
Yeah.
To include it, I think that'd be really
Right.
yeah. So I want to get more Pokemon cards. Genuinely, well, obviously because of the fact that we want to like build these decks and like actually because like you played with him and you had a really good time.
I actually had a really good time.
And when I played it, because I was like this kid intentionally made a deck that I can't win. and he's like, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. And I was like, dude, you know what? Enjoy yourself. You do that.
Rage quit.
And then I had no idea that he built this deck.
Oh my god.
And then I come out and everyone's like, you lost, huh? And I was like, oh my gosh, everyone thinks I suck at Pokemon. And they're like, no, you got the yellow deck, huh? And I was like, oh, that makes sense. Like, it's a thing. And I'm like, yeah, like all I had was yellow energies. And they're like, yeah, that's his deck. And then, so you got close to beating him, though.
I did. And
Right.
and just to recap, we're talking about Pokemon battles with an 8-year-old.
Right. Almost laid down the law.
Yeah.
Sean Brown.
Yeah.
Pokemon Master.
I was close.
Right.
But
so what do you think should be so do you want to do, I think the topic of this podcast specifically was like, oh hey, like we're starting a podcast.
yes.
Right.
Yes.
So is that what you want topic of this to be, or do you want to move
Yeah.
on to a different topic?
Let's see. I think that we can probably, like, we said we are Spark. This is what Spark is. This is
Right.
who we are. We, maybe gave a little like appetizer sampler of what our conversations could look like
Yeah.
between like Olympic snowboarders, Pokemon
Right.
cards,
Exactly.
all that. And we also talked about our setup. And then we're just really hoping that we can get some more recommendations for what you all want to hear, because we love to talk, but really this is for all of
For
you,
them, right? Yeah,
so
exactly.
we don't want to talk about chicken nuggets if you don't want to hear about chicken nuggets.
I can talk about chicken nuggets all day.
All day.
Best place that has chicken nuggets right now. Boom, go for it.
Hey, McDonald's.
What?
I love McDonald's chicken nuggets.
Dude, I think Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets are the best chicken nuggets.
All right.
Genuinely. When I think of chicken nuggets, I'm like Chick-fil-A nuggets with Chick-fil-A sauce. Or they're Polynesian.
McDonald's chicken nuggets with hot mustard. Bomb. Okay, I love McDonald's hot mustard. I really do. But I have to say that Chick-fil-A sauce, their sauce game is...
Chick-fil-A sauce is top tier.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat Chick-fil-A. Well, like, what's one of their sauces that isn't good? Their honey mustard isn't good.
I have it every single time. It's really good.
I thought you get their hot mustard. No, you do get their honey mustard.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what's their ranch. Their ranch is not good.
Yeah.
Their ranch. I was like trying to think. I'm like, it's one of those. Their ranch isn't that good.
Yeah.
Oh.
But anyways, so again, another little sampler about chicken nuggets. So
in our topics that we talk about.
Yes, but just if you're thinking about like general domains, we're thinking like just general entertainment, lifestyle, relationship, dogs, Pokemon cards, life updates, just questions that you have that maybe we can dive a little bit deeper into.
Right. Definitely. So I think that about wraps it up, right?
Wraps it up.
So question of the week is, well, 2 questions of the week. What are some topics you guys would like us to talk about? And how long would you guys like these episodes to be? Because I know that there are some podcasts that are like 20 minutes, and I know that some podcasts that are like an hour. And so would just love to get some feelers out there. For your audio listeners, we appreciate you. And for you listeners, you guys are absolutely fantastic human
legends.
Beings. Yeah. Oh, another so real quick. We have merch. We have merch out right now. I think I think you have it.
I put it in the bedroom.
Okay.
But yeah, we have merch for the Connor IRL channel.
Right.
It is kind of actually like, if you look at what I'm wearing right now, it's kind of this vibe. So like a lot of like olive stuff, grays, blues, just a lot of like neutral, like kind of vibe.
Right. Vibey, natural. It's all based off nature. It's like trees and stuff like that. So it's all that stuff's down in the description below.
Yep.
And what we have going on this week. I think put this out on Sunday tomorrow.
This?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and put this out tomorrow.
Dang.
Depending on what we do tonight, but because I want to test it and listen to it and everything since the first night. But so what we have going on this coming week, is we have our shooting schedule that we have set up for everything. I think we have like some adjustments that we need to make because there was some other things that I do that we were like, oh yeah, I forgot we do that. Like editing now. So we got to move that into the calendar. But we have some awesome Connor IRL shoots coming out.
We also have a new TikTok.
Yeah, we do have a Connor IRL official TikTok down in the description below. But it's if you just go on TikTok and you type in Connor IRL _ as a username, that's all it is. That's what it is. There's some funny skits and stuff like that. So the Connor IGL TikTok is going to get transitioned into like streaming highlights and gaming funny moments and stuff like that.
Yep. Because like one part of our like Spark Network is to try to organize our content. So
Right.
rather than things being like crisscrossed and like some gaming on the IRL stuff, some lifestyle stuff on the IGL stuff, like
Yeah.
we're really trying to be like, okay, this is the gaming stuff, this is the lifestyle
Mm-hmm.
stuff. That way you know like what to expect when you come onto the channel or like when you're listening into the podcast.
Right.
So, but with that being said, Spark podcast is very open-ended. So what you should expect is not knowing what to expect.
Wow. Whoa.
Ooh.
Dude, that was spooky. That gave me the chills on the back of my neck hairs, dude. Whoa, there's a ghosty behind me.
And I think moving forward, if you guys give us topics, we'll definitely come up with like an outline of what we want to hit. So that way we don't end up talking about chicken nuggets and Olympic snowboarders.
What if I want to talk about chicken nuggets, Olympic snowboard?
It'll all be part of the plan.
Question. What kind of chicken nuggets do you think Sean Johnson? I think Sean Johnson eats Chick-fil-A nuggets. And I think Sean White, I think Sean White's vegan. I don't think he
eats Impossible
I think he
Nuggets.
eats the Impossible Nuggies. Yeah, exactly.
Alrighty.
Right. Well, I think that about wraps it up. We appreciate you guys listening. And for you audio podcast listeners, we appreciate you very much. Oh, dang, that was a kissy from Shauna Brown. Wow. Okay. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.